Cek 1, 2, 3. Halo, halo. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. Halo, halo. Hari ini kita watch party Boom Esports lagi ya, guys ya. Di ESL. By the way, yang nanyain kalau gue bakalan WP yang apa? Yang Red Bull Homegrown, gue kagak ya. Gue kebanyakan WP nanti kagak ke Grand ISO-nya. Tapi gue cuma mau ngasih info kalau nonton yang Red Bull itu bisa dapat itu, guys. Bisa dapat reward kayak biasanya nonton VCT. Tadi gue nonton pasti itu sih di Twitch. Ada player card sama spray, seingat gue, clutch. Malam Denny, malam Mas Hero, welcome to the stream. Rajin bener dah live. Ya, namanya juga hack baru, grinding ISO dulu tadi kan, makanya lama juga gue live-nya tadi pas siang. Ini aja gue baru bangun anjir. Mau nonton Boom Esports ini. Konbanwa. Ya kok pakai katakana? By the way, Naos kalah loh anjir. Padahal gue udah bilang itu aja dia Philippines Super Team, tapi ternyata ada BWL-nya. Ini aja BWL-nya Greziga ya anjir. Bawa blit tapi ya kurang ya sebenarnya. Boom line up-nya ganti kak. Ya sejak kapan dulu nih? Boom mah ganti-ganti mulu line up-nya emang. Lu mau yang generasi kapan? Ini Boom, ini ya pertandingannya lower bracket by the way. Jadi kalau Boom sampai kalah, mereka pulang dan saya tidak akan melanjutkan WP-nya. Karena gue cuma nonton itu ya kalau ada tim yang gue routing aja. Which is kalau pertandingan kayak gini gue routingnya ke tim Indonesia. Terakhir Aing ikutin tour. Gue masih ada Berserk sama teh botol. Anjir tuh jauh anjir. Bahkan teh botol itu udah masuk RRQ sejak kapan? Sejak mereka kejadian zipline itu. Sejak Champions itu anjir. Terus apa? Sistem franchise, teh botolnya ke RRQ, masuk Seiren Blasking, Ascension gagal juga. Terus sekarang Blasking ke GE, Seiren pensiun mau jadi coach, sekarang diganti NC Slicer sama Morea Budi Meister. Jauh tuh. Terakhir kalinya jauh tuh. Halo Manggi, welcome to the stream. Halo Rico 19, welcome. Jangan lupa di like dulu ya guys ya, yang belum di like ya. Jangan pelit-pelit. Nanti ku tunggu kalian di neraka kalau pelit-pelit. Kalau gitu gue juga dong ke neraka anjir. Kapan mulainya tuh di jadwal? Kalau game kedua itu harusnya kayak jam 8 malam. Tapi kan kita kagak bisa lihat ya. Kan game pertama itu tergantung game pertama lagi. Kan estimasi doang tuh jam 8. Kalau mapnya nggak 3 kayak tadi, kayak Naos sama si trying our best-nya tadi cepat, ya berarti game keduanya jadi lebih cepat kayak gitu aja. Jadi emang jadwal kedua tuh biasanya yang beda-beda tuh dari estimasi. Jadwal pertama biasanya masih on time. Bang, apa Denny Kurniawan? Siap Kang Sawi. Multi ini ya, multi stream dan multi game anjir. Ya main di Arsen, Breeze sama tadi apa ya tadi terakhir ya? Ya itulah ya. Oh ini Decidernya Heaven. Absen Mingkai, absen Frosking, welcome. Jangan lupa di like ya. Jadi ingat nuts pause malah jatuh. Hah? Kenapa jadi ingat momen itu aja? Apa yang nge-trigger ingatan itu? Nah nih, gue baru open screen kalau itu ya. Masih gue gedein kalau udah agent pick deh. Siap Frosking, siap. Halo Cornelius Funny, welcome to the stream. Tuh, udah stream nggak tuh? Stream. Oke, udah agent pick.
Well, if you want to make an argument for Boom, I think the best one has to be here on Ascent. They're picking this one, even though we've seen from Boom Esports a little bit of, I'd say, struggles from time to time in their previous outings at VCT.
They did dominate trying their best
on this 13-2. And what's more, Pandemonium, they lost their only outing against Naos on this map, 4-13 in response. So will we get any adjustments? They have run a Raze instead rather than the Jet they had back then. They also have locked in the breach here for Pandemonium. So it seems to be a different kind of look for them, especially as they're going to start on the defense. On the other hand, you should know it already for Boom. You have the Jet, you have the KO, you're going to have the Sova, and it should just be your usual standard composition for this map.
Yeah, I do like this though, because I feel like, again, Kagura is showing the
nggak punya coach ya, paling biasanya kalau nggak punya coach itu biasanya mereka itu apa
comfortable with the double satchel, plus again the assistant that he gets
sih nggak punya organisasi biasanya kayak gitu tuh.
That's the one that I wanted
kalau
to see.
Kalau Bumi sudah hitungannya org gitu loh.
The Soba, but no,
jadi
he's
wajar
gonna go
punya
for the
coach.
fade this time. So even on the defense, a very aggressive
Berarti Pundamonium ini kayak apa sih, masih merintis hitungannya, tim merintis.
In regards to just receiving that contact from the opponent. Once you see the setup here
kenapa aja? Au itu au serigala maksudnya.
To be the prowlers here to really help them
new member. Okay, Akiro, welcome to the member.
Good idea here for Pandemonium.
Yeah, and they're just trying to innovate with the Raze and the fade in, so you know how strong the combo can be. You mentioned
player cabutan musuhnya. Iya, kayak apa sih, kayak kalau di Indonesia tuh kayak by not BWL,
but by pretty much everyone else.
Tim BWL tuh sebelum Persija.
So Astra is gonna be happy about this matchup at least. It's like a little bit of old versus new. I also love the fact that you combined it with the Breach and the Astra. It's just so many avenues to oppress any kind of sight holds as well as the sight lines from main and beyond.
Map 1.
But you should already know if you're gonna be facing off against the KO as well as the
kita butuh tim-tim cari nama seperti ini lebih banyak sih di Indonesia actually.
You're probably gonna get suppressed, and players like Ventura and Spyco, they're the ones who'll be at the range away from them to actually make their utility count.
Yeah, they really can't play on such short corners, so that's going to be a big issue here for Pandemonium. And here's another thing as well, Dax. We talk about how aggressive this composition for Pandemonium is. It's really good at receiving contact. If they get past that first stuff, it's going to be quite difficult for Pandemonium.
Dua player langsung ter-denied.
Just going right peaks. These contacts look good.
Ini juga udah ketahuan.
Gets caught there as the door drops down. He's by himself. His teammate is nowhere near him. He's getting overwhelmed. He's gonna have to get lucky with this one. Not gonna happen. Berserk. Work cut out for him for versus 1.
Well, chance if he can actually get a pick onto Bella, but no. The rest of the team providing covering far. Spyco also just dipping in and out of action, and the chase is on. Beloved wants to lead the charge. Here comes the Nano Swarm, and the damage being done by Berserk. Pandemonium, they gotta be calm. They can't do this against a tested player like Berserk's 9 HP now. It's 2v1. The Spike though, out of reach just as of yet.
Skala nggak sih yang main Famosi bukan Famos? Aduh. Teori itu kah?
Keep their calm.
Ini sih harusnya sudah kagak bisa ya. On HP kayak gini aja
di tokennya. Actually try to go for a main as they double stack there, and they put the smoke on short.
Diserempet
30 seconds
Starnya
here for
Astra juga
Berserk.
meninggoy ini Berserk nih.
Oh, he's gonna place a turret there, but he might actually get spammed through the smoke here and basically die. All he has to do is clear an angle. He's hoping, he's waiting, he's wanting, but it's not gonna happen.
I still got way too
Ngetemin
dicey.
monggo kalau mau ngeteh.
In the end, though, they win a well-earned pistol, and you mentioned it. The way they're able to stopgap Boom Esports, actually just catch them as they're trying to go for
bangunlah Boom Esports.
It's a different timing when you're facing off against the Breach and the Fade on a map like this. And for me,
masih
I feel
turu
like for
kayaknya
Boom
itunya.
Esports,
Aimnya masih turu
key
kayaknya.
players have to be Shiro and NC Slasher right now. If they have some stellar lineups, it might be time to do so. Not just to get that intel, but to find value with the suppress, to figure out where Pandemonium is stationed, and actually get a catch perhaps onto the Breach, onto the Fate, onto the Astra, and make their lives easier making their way into the site.
Again, it's all that first contact makes it difficult here for Boom, but once they pass that, it feels like it should be a little bit easier for them. Of course, Arctis still on the KJ, so these nano swarms will definitely be an assistance for Pandemonium. Well, that door is still open. They can spam through this if they want to. Berserk. He's playing a little bit of hoop-de-hoop, but the smoke dissipates, and his life also just goes kaput to zero.
Udah gitu di wallbang lagi.
Speaking of, here we go again. Love LMG, lover indeed. Letting it rip, letting it tear. Shiro's the only one standing. The Ares, the god of war, is being brought to the table by Beloved. A 3K plus the spike defuse. He's getting closer to the nightfall now. And Pandemonium building a few keys to success early on.
Great start for them. Great holds. And that Ares not only works for stopping the push
Seingat gue tadi Boom deh yang ngambil Asan deh.
That you can be
Seingat gue ya, gue lupa ingat sih.
That Fade turns much better for you. And I think it actually works better than even the Sova because you can throw the Haunt a lot more faster than I think you can do the recon.
Hello, the RX Divine, welcome to the stream, welcome to the watch party.
For your opponents to try and break, right? Very up on top of the roof, on the rooftops. So we'll see how they try to optimize this. Kagura is just
karena gue sadar gue kagak olahraga Faki, makanya gue mainnya omet aja gitu loh.
Just in case he does get that contact, but you can see here, Boom trying to analyze the situation first, play a whole lot slower, and feel out the map first. Where are the biggest utility drops here for Pandemonium on the side? A is B. I feel like they felt it's B, so they're gonna try to go for this A main clear with that drone.
Dude, that's not a utility drop. That's a utility dump. That's a lot. No, look at how many circles there are there towards B, and wisely assessed by Boom Esports to move towards A instead. The entry comes on in, discovering fire, courtesy of Beloved. Kagura can't actually go for a push from this point on. Boom Esports, they're safely getting into the site with the plant right now. The shock dart also dealing some damage. And as the spike is planted, you have Pandemonium still sticking onto the high ground. There you go with the suppress though. And Boom Esports knows where Pandemonium is going to come from.
No flank rounds here for Pandemonium, but they have that Astra Star.
I mean, kalau lu bilang catur olahraga, main Valor esports loh. Ada sports dikata esports loh.
Or still has its own smoke.
Olahraga juga dong.
Strong because of Moria. This actually might not be a good bonus here. They're going to try to just rush right in. Trying to find things, but
okay, masih oke. Nice.
Too hot for Pandemonium.
Oke lah.
Quick, clean, and painless.
Cuman min satu dong.
Yeah, that seems to be the case here, Asra. You called in the first round, and we prove it here after the third. Post plant equals win for Boom Esports. It's easier to hit their utility and their angles from that point on. You have Berserks to set up, of course, the usual utility. You have NC Slasher
ini sih gacor sih di map ini ya biasanya.
Value with
kemarin pas
darts basically.
Lawan siapa gitu?
It feels like for Boom Esports,
gue lupa Berserk yang carry map ini sih
what's going on, prevent themselves from walking into their own demise basically. It's going to be a better chance for them moving forward.
Absolutely. Again, see how they try to separate things. Should hear that the turret is somewhere on that B site. And this is kind of one of those interesting facts that I don't really see a KJ dumping everything into the site here on the site. Usually you kind of see it separated. Moria's about to hit that contact.
Kabur!
No aggression just yet. Just showing himself But here comes the push on the B side. This stuff may actually work in the favor of Pandemonium.
Bahaya
as he
banget.
pushes back Famous into the Nanoswarm. And look at how low he's gone from the Molly.
Spam comes on in. Famous. He's gonna need at least a helping hand if ever, but Moria!
Nice, Budi.
The timing.
He just
Budi
stares
Gaming,
them in
anjay.
the eye and says he's
Budi
got this.
Famous Gaming.
Boom Esports now winning all the fights they need. A
Nice,
flawless
nice.
win to tie things up. But
No
Moria,
one dead. Flawless victory.
that was a machine-like approach, Asrai. That was so quick and so well timed.
Flawless victory.
That was
Kayak MK
again,
anjir.
just Kagura not expecting somebody to just be hard lurking elsewhere because they were already committing hard on the B side. I mean, just an unforeseen event there for Kagura, but all the better for Boom as they get the catch, remove
Ya,
the
ISO gua masih ini
duelist
anjir.
already,
Apa
the
14
threat
sampai
of the
16
days
game
and
lagi
all
baru
that good
kebuka
stuff
anjir.
for Pandemonium here. And Boom
Kalau kagak
equalizes
ada weekly
with
mission
these
kan.
2 rounds. You should know that this is going to be that weaker buy for Pandemonium right now. The Blade doesn't spot anything on shorts. That's going to be a call for Famous to immediately take in this side as his teammate slowly creeps up as well. They want to slowly go about this because they haven't really checked all of these corners. But now that they do, they can start closing that door. They can start to close in onto the side and plant the spike already.
Yeah, beloved.
Salah juga ya nih orang ya.
Breaking that
Pakai-
doorway.
pakai-
Need to reload
Ooh,
later on,
shit,
but Spike
man.
goes. Stellar shot to begin the action. It's a pick here for
Ya, satu pakai
Pandemonium.
Ares
The
mulu, itu
lockdown
serius
pressure,
pedes
though,
banget
is
lagi.
on Moria finding Artsy. And this time around, with TP towards 3, he's gonna try and clear out anyone who might come mid, but instead Pandemonium, different plans. They're all from Raptors.
Tackle
There will
dalam
be
bahaya.
pressure applied
Nice.
onto NC
Dia main di
Slasher,
itu,
but he
main
holds
di
his own
smoke.
until Kagura gets him. 3v2, here comes Berserks now, and boom, Esports. They played this well,
Nice.
the post doesn't
Nice,
work
nice.
for Pandemonium
Meyakinkan,
whatsoever.
meyakinkan.
Ventura's caught in the act, and boom, now take the lead.
Yeah. Again, do see the struggles there for Pandemonium. They really have to get this value.
Oh, ini match berapa? Ah, nggak mau ngasih tahu ah.
I don't know how
Dari tahu
efficient
sendiri.
the retake would be here for Pandemonium because it really does seem like they haven't really have that part of their comp or part of their play locked and loaded just yet. You can
Jadi
really
gimana
see
Min
them
kayak
struggle
belum Mamang
once Boom
ISO
kind
bisa
of
masuk
circumvent
meta nggak?
all of
Kan
their-
banyak agent baru
all
nggak
of
masuk
your
meta.
utility dumping throughout the map.
Gak
That
tahu
being
sih
said,
kayaknya
though, they do
kurang
actually
ya
shift up.
sebenarnya ya.
They call Artsy to go for this A side control this time while they move up
Mungkin
the
ada
prowler
beberapa
right
tim yang
now.
bakal
Smoke
nyoba
somewhere. It's the mid push. Oh, they're
daripada
going for the
deadlock
market
ya maksud gua. Kayaknya ada bakal
Prepared
nyoba
for
ada
this.
kayaknya
They
deh.
already put themselves towards Boathouse and
Kalau
onto the
deadlock kan
side.
bener-bener
Here
0%
comes
ya.
the Nightbot being prime, and it's chance here.
Oh, no.
Famous can't even
Anjir,
see
ngeselin
it
banget.
coming.
Dia pakai
Malone
Odin,
going
pakai
around.
Ares.
Artsy on the board as well, but
Untungnya
Moria getting more
Budi
and more.
ulti tidak ada yang dengarkan
As boom,
kupingnya
they have
sepi.
gotten the sight for the time
Di ulti
being.
sama Fate.
They're shrugging off the decay. They buy themselves some time with the smoke even.
bentar.
Pandemonium though.
Fate kan punya Pundamonium ya? Tunggu.
Your fault line. Gonna
Kok
be
mereka
the
tidak
call, moving
sadar
into
ada
lane.
Budi di
Flash
situ
is there
kalau
to
gitu?
Spike though with the spam through the wall. Shiro's the victim. And there's a chance here for Pandemonium to try and tie things up.
Bingung kan lu?
Moria though,
Benar.
other plans alongside
Kadang-kadang
Berserk.
saya
They
memang
get
bingung
cover.
kalau
I
nonton
love the angle
Valorant.
from Berserk towards staircase. It now
bisa
sets
Budi
up such an angle to work with here for Boom.
sehat saja
Ventura
seperti
though
ini di
dropping
dalam
down
side.
just to die. Moria with the 4, yeah. And it's 4 for Boom 2.
Anjay, quadra kill. Budi Meister quadra
accomplish.
kill.
What a call for Boom Esports. So here's
Apalagi
the
gua
thing,
baru
two
bangun
things.
anjir.
A couple of things actually. So that was
Otak kan
almost a good
rada-rada
pick
ya
for
masih ya.
Pandemonium. They had the right idea. You saw Moria very much afraid of the left side push because that's where Berserks could actually be
Alah, Raya,
spotted and
kata
gutted.
stream.
And then they actually timed it perfectly. Caught in Artsy, Berserks was able to push up towards the stairs, so everybody pushing on fast
Dua
lane
orang
here
loh,
from
nggak tahu
Pandemonium
Budi di
will
situ,
not have an
anjir.
angle there. They
Masalahnya
have to
dua
just
orang,
push up
makanya gua
themselves and
bingung
hope
tuh
that they
Budi
can
kok
get
bisa
that contact that they want. But
nosor
no,
ke situ,
the
anjir.
pinch, the crossfire was already set up, and this was so weird because Pandemonium was holding so long.
Di depan
to actually
muka
try to go
banget
for the
tuh.
flash.
Well, up
Ngedasnya di depan muka banget tuh.
And here comes the rest of Boom to try and open up this site. NC Slash and Moria accomplish the task left behind. And as soon as this happens,
Esok,
Berserk's
mantap.
also on the lurk, getting one for his own to Boom Esports. Tried and tested for good reason. Stratagems applied
Budi
in
lagi hot
coordination.
pop bro.
And you can see why this is the
Budi
combo
lagi hot
choice.
pop, lagi panas bro.
Asarai.
Panas pop.
packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anjay.
It's optimal.
It's so
There
optimal.
really is so many things that you can do with it, and the struggle, as now we see here for Pandemonium, continues. The isolation and everything. It was a good catch from Artsy, but I mean, he was 1, and there was still 4, so it just overwhelms them if he's not careful. And he wasn't. Well,
Ya
he was up to a certain degree, he's not
ketidakpastiannya
the
itu loh yang
And
bikin
also, Boom Esports is
tim-tim
getting
kayak mikir
basically
untuk pakai ISO
free.
di
They are
VCT
given
gitu loh.
avenues to
Karena kan
work
basically
into
dia
Cubby to
50-50
put
ya,
on
tukang
that
duel ya.
pressure just because Pandemonium is hard
Makanya
focused to get
satu-satunya
the
yang di
catch
kepala gue
towards
bisa
the main
cocok dengan
angles
itu ya
especially.
Pepper X.
And you can already
Karena
see
orang-orangnya
how
tukang duel semua tuh.
Pandemonium has adjusted. They've been playing aggressive towards these main sides, and this works out in favor of Boom because now the knives will get that value, get the suppress, and figure out what's going on. Moria also feeling the heat of
Budi.
this round, continuing
sangar,
on
Bo.
with the onslaughts, and Boom will follow suit
Diajarin
from the
dulu
other
sama
side
Budi
of
main.
these sites. So Cubby opened on up. Boom, seeing a wide door in
jalan
front of
terus,
them.
jalan,
And
jalan
here we
tuh,
go
lari.
yet again. Put on the welcome mats because Boom Esports are taking A.
Boom just put themselves into a whole different gear here. And Pandemonium, they're not fast enough to respond to it.
Collateral
Struggle does get a
damage.
couple of picks for himself, but so many angles to deal. Not near enough the spike to really threaten that defuse.
Boleh di respect
Starting
sudah
to make
mulai
a
di
dent in the
orangnya di
numbers
cross
right now
dulu
for
kali
Boom.
ya.
Once it slowly creeps up onto A
Nah
heaven here,
gitu-gitu.
he might...
Kayak sistem mainnya kalau gitu.
He gets turned into
Kalau
a
raw
trap.
pick tidak bisa mengalahkan orang ini pakai sistem setidaknya
That's
atau
about
Why are you gonna plant it
mengendap-ngendap.
there?
Plant the seeds.
Okay. Okay.
No. Okay, plant the seeds of the win.
No,
you
you're
know?
right. You're right. Don't worry. What else do you need? What else does a tree come from? But in any case, I wouldn't put a tree there on rafters. It's probably a construction zone, man.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd want to put the tree there. In the end, though,
True. It might uproot the foundation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a problem. You need a building permit for that, but
Ooh,
who needs a permit
nice,
to fly
nice,
high?
nice.
Apparently, Kagura has Berserk's
Waduh.
full ground and Beloved the
Gila nih,
Ares
Ares ya.
plus the gravity
Ares
wall.
sama Gravity
Enough to
Well
catch
anjir.
out a
Jadi
second
satu
on
ya.
NC
Gimana ya kalau kayak
Slasher.
gitu ya?
And this leads
Meresahkan
to
juga
Boom
nih Aresnya anjir.
calling it quits towards A. Never mind, it cancels it. And the Prowler instead will expose that intention. Hunter's Fury though, Beloved's a victim. No way
Pakai
to
tuh
get
Ares
out
banyak-banyak,
whatsoever.
dibal.
And Zero
dapat
gets
dua,
another one for
cok.
free. Boom
Wah,
here.
gila, Babang
Still
Zero.
commanding. It's 3v2 and while Pandemonium, they effort to try
Hunter's
and
Fury
scramble
kena
towards
satu,
A.
bunuh satu, udah
So,
oke, dapat
The
dua
push
lagi.
from Boom from Cubby
Gila.
might give them the numbers
Tidak mau buy
advantage.
one get one saja.
I think Artsy gave
Oh,
away
yeah, buy
his
one, get
position.
two
That's
dia.
why Moria canceled the TP as well. But the ball, oh no, the most important thing. Then they might get caught, but it's a quick refrag from Artsy.
Petty cuma
with
bisa
the
bensin
stinger.
gun. Enggak sih, lebih karena dia jadi rollnya kayak sofa kan hitungannya kan.
And Artsy
Kayak
saves the round here for
Jadi
Pandemonium. I thought that was
cocok
gonna
aja
be
pakai
it.
senjata kayak
And
gitu.
out of nowhere, again, he just swoops up the rug from underneath Boom.
That's a rat-a-tat-tat moment, man. Just sprays
Belum
down
mulai
the
masuk
final
kah?
two.
Belum
The
mulai
error
gimana?
there for Boom.
Hah?
It feels like they lined up near the start on that first swing, and then it led to them being so close to one another for the Stinger to provide maximum value since it was Artsy, the one left behind. So what a round for Pandemonium to recover from. You get into contact points, they stand a stellar chance at it. And because of it, Boom, they don't want to have that kind of scenario anymore. They go for the defaults, a 2-2-1 split. And they're just waiting to
Kayaknya
see
pernah
what
mabar
kind
sama
of picks
pro
they
player
can
nggak?
get
Enggak lah.
with the
Kenal juga
angles that they're
kagak.
taking
Rank
towards
gua
me
juga apa
especially.
anjir.
Yeah, look at how deep Famous is actually playing here. Pretty much just holding mid by himself. If someone pushes on market, he's probably done for, but he's so confident. Again, trying to get that initial pick if he can. The one-shot, one-kill precedence of that operator does give him a bit of leeway. Kagura immediately throws the pain shells here. Moria goes the other
tidak
direction.
buka
They're
mabar,
pushing up A main.
Cornelius.
They spot nobody. They know something's up. They could be that B push. But the pinch is already here from Famous. He could have an
Pengen
angle
apa
on
sekarang
spawn if they're
tanda
not
seru
careful.
rank,
The
coba.
smoke gives a little bit of cover. And they try to go in right now.
Fragment and goodbye to
Oh, patah,
Artsy.
kill. Tidak
And
perlu pakai
Slasher
tembakan, nggak
knows
kill
exactly
orang.
where to go for the hold. And in a matter of time, Boom Esports spring out to
Ajay,
get
masuk
even
crosshair.
more. Famous, the operator.
Another
you know he's
one
good
yuk,
for
another
it.
one yuk.
Can even Pandemonium contest more so. Seems like there's just no way for them to get on through. And that's gonna be it. Boom Esports. They play it so perfectly yet again. When it gets tough, Asarai, it feels like for Boom, they go back to the books and go back to what they usually are successful with on this map.
It's the great separation. I don't know if that's as famous. He knows his teammates there, so
goblok.
He's just having fun with the blades.
Ya setidaknya mereka tidak tibek-tibek lah ya kali ini.
Kind of moment.
Sebaiknya tidak
You're
ya.
absolutely right. Just going back to what you mentioned about they're going back to their default setup, and what's even good about this is again how jittery. What I'm looking at right now is, so hopefully they can still hear me, how jittery Pandemonium has been, when they just keep getting that little bit of high from Boom Esports. They immediately throw something, and then Boom's like, okay, that's one of the biggest threats. The nade, knowing that Kagura's there, knowing that he can always just dislocate us if we push on a site that he's on, especially when we saw the Prowler, that's beloved. Okay, that's two of the biggest things that we have to deal with already on that one site, and they were already set up for B. So Boom have been reading the rotations, reading the reactions of Pandemonium so well that Pandemonium just aren't able to react fast enough to kind of answer back.
And you enjoyed the comp here for Pandemonium.
Halo Akbar Putro, welcome to the stream. Jangan lupa di like ya. By the way, yang belum like, di like dulu ya guys ya. Biar FYP kita punya. Ini watch party. Masa yang nonton 100, like-nya baru 30.
Here on the sense. They're just gonna go for the push, but
damn.
Artsy working aggressively alongside his teammate. That's a rifle to be picked on up. The lurk is gone. The A hit is going to be possible. You mentioned it though. The suppress gets connection. And also Kagura with the find. The 1, the 2. They're really just showing up in front of him by this point. And Pandemonium, they just call for it. No need for the utility. We stay on site and fight.
I think it's going to delay a little longer. No one's going to be assisting NT Slasher anymore. He was groveling onto the ground, and now he's 6 feet under. Kagura spots.
30 seconds left.
Rather, his teammates
mereka saving juga ngapain ini? Jadi majuin aja sih emang.
Creep right in. Here comes the hunt.
Ekonominya masih bagus.
Going to be the scan. One more
roundnya tinggal beberapa round lagi selesai first half, jadi ya majuin aja itu.
But that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna be possible. And a flawless round here for Pandemonium. And all about what I was mentioning there, Dax. Once they push onto a site with Kagura, that's where it gets a little bit more boom. And lo and behold, it was.
Yeah, Kagura just delivering when he needs to the most. And moving into this round, Asarai. Final round of the first half. All 5 ultimates available. And then you add in the op plus the Odin.
Tapi ada ini ya, ada showstopper, ada ulti Killjoy, ada ulti Astra. Semuanya ada ulti sih lebih tepatnya ya.
And on the other side, Boom.
Kayaknya bakalan sulit ini untuk Boom.
Forces towards B. It's an issue. Has to be all that utility in front of them. The Killjoy, the Astra together. It's very oppressive. Smokes out. Gonna get. Emo's actually in. He gets tagged though, that's the thing. And Spyco has to retreat. Lockdown's gonna be in the play in response. Nightfall's gonna be there too. And the ultimate up is the goal. Ammo also completely unloaded by Beloved. Advantage now for Pandemonium as Kagura gets one back. It seems like while Famous is in cover, Boom has been stalled. A chance to rotate. That's what Seiren's looking for.
Wah, kecek kah?
The raise.
Wah, dicek cok, dicek cok. Waduh, itu padahal sempat itu loh.
Clear things are working so well for Pandemonium. Add one more to the bus.
Oh my god, Kagura so good.
And down goes Boom at the end of the
mereka
half.
Tidak pakai showstopper ataupun
wow, what could they really do at that point, especially when Famous had to go through all of that utility, all of the threats that again was still available for Pandemonium there. They can only hope to do so. And as they try to cover through or try to follow up on the jet, Beloved was already just utilizing that suppressive fire of his, again, beloved Odin. So not much, again, that Boom can really recover at that point, and they just had to run for A. But you mentioned it, Kagura holding mid, getting those 2 kills very easily for him.
Terlalu OP, lebih ke arah itu sih, jadi OP karena pintu masuknya Asen ya itu di situ doang anjir.
Even more so now.
Jadi lu spam kayak gitu kan, pintu sekecil itu ya bisa dapat aja gitu.
Like that they can compete with some of the best we have in this bracket right now. And Boom Esports, they have the lead, but can they hold on to it moving into this pistol round? Prowlers now into play. Smoke's gonna be the answer though. And Boom Esports, they're gonna go for the more standard stations. Moria's ready. Here by Dice to roll with a Paranoia. He got the jet up top as well. And Boom Esports, they're prepped for this one, forcing Pandemonium to back off.
Pandemonium not gonna be risking anything just yet.
Oh,
well, Berserk gets flushed out. Could actually have his turret broken, which it will be. And they can be checking on B main here by themselves too.
Waduh.
Spyko gets the pick, and look at that. Even though he's low, he still gets
online. Offline-nya nanti kalau udah menang ke Thailand dikirim.
And that might be the call to go
Tapi
straight
kan,
for that B side.
Menang apa enggak dulu nih?
No more shock or no more.
Ketahuan lagi dia di sini.
And Shiro's by himself.
Anjir, bagus banget tuh utilnya berarti anjir. Lempar bom di aftershock. Kagak ada jalan kabur tuh tadi Shiro.
Towards B. Pandemonium, the rotation, finding the right timing. Also, the fact that they're able to shut down the likes of NC Slasher from really surprising them. So from this point on, Moria
kalau gini sih, seorang Budi pun mana bisa ya?
Happen. A 1v4. We've seen him get a 4K before.
Seorang Budi pun tak mampu itu.
3K of Kagura that we need to highlight. It's 6-7. Pandemonium one away from tying things up.
And again, they're just so good at being able to find these, just get a little bit more patient. You know, sometimes you might catch Boom trying to figure things out. They have to push up a little bit further, and it all started from Arctis' lineup with the Nanosword to break through on that Log's position. Somehow Boom felt a little bit uncomfortable, maybe even just again wanting to check the position, and they get caught by it.
Attacking pun dia pakai Ares anjir.
One more round, they're gonna be able to pick it up. Shio's gonna be holding on mid with
machine
the
gun lover anjir.
Is actually here for Boom.
Beloved-nya love machine gun anjir.
The push from Pandemonium, spotting it out. Not gonna be fearful and just keep on pushing.
Into mid they go, and the Boom bot looking to clear out the closer angles. They spot up Berserk go scrambling onto the side. Ventura trying to hold the back by going for the shots versus Shiro, but then he realizes one, but many coming his way. Instead though, on the lurk, Spike finding NC Slasher as he lags behind. It's a 2-for-2 though. Boom Esports doing damage with the pistols. But it's a crippled approach from Moria now. He's so low on the HP. You also have Famous moving in from main. Spike though planted Haunt. Quickly broken. Spike is still waiting for the timing if ever. Kagura knows the mark, but Famous, that's a stellar shot. A chance here for Boom Esports. Famous especially can get another one. Spike is still low. They clash with the Aries. Still trying to go for the success. Spike though with a third eventually. Playing the time wisely, but Famous is getting closer and closer. He's onto the default right now. Pressure's on, and Beloved fade away, abusing the walls that are completely baggable. That's what Asteroid would always say, and that's what we always see. They were tied up.
Masih kepikiran sama di itu
Aries, the walls are paper thin, Max. Paper thin.
That's a caster.
That is also a terminology. Okay, that is also a terminology in the world. Yeah, everybody who can speak English, you know, knows the meaning of paper thin. Not the man.
The guy.
But the the noun.
The legend himself. Dude's great. I'm glad we met him in Thailand. Speaking of...
In Thailand, in the Central Pacific, where you might... Where we want to go again if possible.
For Clash of Nations.
Ketawa lagi besoknya Jin.
If only. But of course, all these teams want to go to Bangkok, Thailand, to the main event too. And that's why they've been playing.
Negara impiannya mau dikunjungi.
Yet again, though, game is on. Berserk
lagi nggak ada ya.
Kagura holds down both houses. Threat still onto the side. This does slow down the approach from Pandemonium. Boom Esports ready to bring in the bang yet again. And here comes Moria with another one.
Dulu mungkin ada dua, tapi sekarang udah pernah dua-duanya.
Full buy from Boom Esports working out in their favor. A chaotic bonus was upon us, but it's Boom who still keeps the lead.
Yeah, chaotic is where Boom
mungkin kalau sekarang sih mana ya?
So, again, from being an
pengen nyobain ada, cuman kalau pengen banget sebenarnya enggak. Ada sih.
Where they just feels like they upped their ante in terms of micro engagements so well timed against them. The only other region that's able to do that, I think, is MYSG. Of course, we know already Paper Rex and of course Bleed. So, Boom being of that same,
kayak gitu
being of that same
bagus.
cloth thread of playstyle really just makes it a lot
Dibawa-bawa
easier
malah
for
ke
them
sana.
to handle such pushes from Pandemonium.
Yeah, Boom Esports, they're so relaxed in those scenarios. They see the fire burning in front of them and they say, oh, this is fine. We got this. We can handle it. And especially when you have players like Berserks who can put themselves in places that they still have value while keeping it cover at the same time. So Pandemonium, they realize Boom has given them mid and it will be a contest from Kagura moving into Cubby so far. Moria though, Paranoia's into play, ready for use. Eventually, it's just Pandemonium playing the defaults right now, waiting to see if Boom Esports are actually going to flinch here.
Famous has no support. I mean, he could have a Paranoia thrown out by Moria from short, but he would ideally want to throw it out against Kagura. Oh, they're feeling it. There it is. Still wants to go for the fight. He actually gets one. And dash is just perfect. Kagura, though, gets the pick onto Famous, but not going to be enough. He still has the assistance of the rest of Boom. And as the dust settles, leaving only Spyco and Beloved. Hunt, trying to push in. They actually pick up two, and this is very much winnable for them, but
merasakan banget sih.
Almost. Beloved so low, 50 HP.
Harusnya dia nggak expect sih.
Is going to be coming from.
Tidak expect
Absolutely not. 15 seconds.
Main dong.
He's trying to bait him out, but look at where Berserks is lurking,
mati
where he's coming from. He's not going to know about this. Timing is going to be crucial.
Let's go.
And Beloved not looking at the right direction.
Yeah, it just feels like while Beloved was thinking of all the possibilities for the contest to come early on, Berserk's already a step ahead and an angle behind on the long rotation to make his way towards A main. It was a good round for Boom at the start. Pandemonium though, some stellar impact frags just to give them that chance. It feels like this is where it can crumble for Pandemonium.
Tapi si Roy malah beli Odin.
Work with the arrows in the hands of Beloved, 3 ultimates too, and especially a showstopper. But Boom, they just have all the money they want to work with right now, except maybe that one Bulldog. So 9-7, that 2-round gap still made by the past 2 rounds.
Tuh emang Beloved ya tuh, kalau nggak Ares, Odin aja tuh Beloved.
I really feel that too. What's gonna be next here for Pandemonium? Oh, the double dash!
Udah
Hero
kena
running!
scan tadi perasaan.
Shock dart for a little bit of that cover. And he does get tagged by the Haunt, but they couldn't really follow up because of
ini Budi posisinya kalau dia nggak dapat kill, sulit di dia.
Being able to react so quickly through that, even through the stun, he was able to somehow manage to back his way all the way up onto tree. Moria and Famous going to be holding this angle as Shiro backs up a little bit further. Doesn't really want that contact just in case, just because he knows it might be a little bit too heated for him to receive. But Moria, as he smokes up through this, actually puts up the one-way smoke.
Dia sih, menurut gue sih karena agentnya aja dia pakai Fate, kan emang scanner gitu kan.
Map control.
The timing so good for Boom Esports.
And Beloved now to the corner. We got Shiro, we got NC Slasher, we got Boom Esports taking center stage and taking names along the way. Beloved and Spyco, it's no the waiting for you. And look at Boom give Beloved and the rest of Pandemonium a taste of their own medicine. If you can Odin, so can I. It's 10 now.
Here comes the Boom.
Is that their tagline now, Asarai?
Dibalas, langsung buyar juga
anjir. I don't know if anybody knows this. Boom BI.
Ya ada kata-kata itu nggak ya? Ah, lu sih Odin mulu, musuhnya jadi Odin juga kan? Soalnya kalau di kompe kan gitu ya, biasanya orang yang pertama yang bawa Odin tuh nge-trigger orang lain untuk pakai Odin, tahu?
Yeah, if you're Filipino, you'll know about it. That's all. Yeah, but we don't want to alienate our international viewers. That's why we're here for the English broadcast. We come back to the push, and it seems like they want to go about it. Moria! Oh, he's so blighted. But somehow...
Nice try, Budi.
I didn't even see where he went. But somehow...
Budi, nice try itu.
1-to-1. The trade's happening.
Shiro dapat lagi dong.
On Heaven hits those shots.
Waduh.
Famous gonna be here.
He shotgun.
Too strong for him to handle, especially with Kagura having that judge. And as the dust settles, kind of equalize right now into the 1-to-2.
Blanket lagi.
What can
Fury-nya lengket satu orang setidaknya. Dan ini sudah ketek ya sudah.
Kagura's found. And Boom Esports, convenient for them that the tags came at the right time. 7-11 now.
That's very convenient for Boom Esports here.
It's not just
harusnya sih match point udah secure sih ini dengan ini ya ekonominya si Pundamonium kayak gini harusnya sih.
This is the 4 rounds they've gotten in a row.
Secure match point.
It just feels like this is where you can really see the experience of Boom Esports come to fruition. They're so calm in those retake scenarios. They're so calm at just putting a stop to Pundamonium's initial angles. And it's Punda who has to go for the half buy now here just to try and contest.
Not really panicking at all. It's a great thing here for Boom. Famous is pretty much by himself here. He could actually get caught up if he's not careful. He does have a dash, but he hasn't primed it just yet. Now he'll try to do something. Does he know that they're just close up right in front of him? Could get a second, but gets overwhelmed. Perfect time here for Panda to start moving in. Smoke for Kagura. He's freaking out, man. He's
Budi dapat kill di situ. Kok dia bisa di atas itu dan dapat kill?
The operator in the hands of Kagura, but can't really use that to charge in. No big utilities as well. This becomes a problem here for Pandemonium.
Halo, mau siapa di stream? Jangan lupa di like ya.
Looks to have been the Nightfall, but they decide otherwise for the moment.
Yeah, Pandemonium. They're waiting for anyone to actually peek towards the spike. And Spyco, he's the one leading this push right now, setting up the stars.
Ini kalau udah kompe 3-4 kayak gini, musuhnya bawa senjata pasti udah nge-throw ini kalau kompe.
For the contact to be confirmed by his teammate on the KO on sites. He can actually make a play for himself with a one-way now.
They're not even looking at him.
They don't know. They're not prepared for this. Boom Esports. They're bringing it out a later time. And here comes the flash. Here comes the collection.
The flash is
and
so
Moria
clean.
Feed him more as
Putih
he
bersih
gets
itu matanya. Seperti tanpa kaca, bro.
Very much unaware of his positioning, thinking that, again, their opponent might have just exited away from that altercation that they had on A main. But no, Moria's gonna be
tapi kalau tanpa kaca kan berarti dia bisa lihat ya kan jernih ya.
And he had MC Slasher to prepare that flash for him, especially once they figured out that Pandemonium was about to commit the push on that A side. Absolutely glorious mind-body connection there between the two players. And now it's all become a stall here for Panda. They haven't gotten
heavy.
After
udah kedengaran first time sih heavy banget.
On the second half. We're already coming into match point, or rather, excuse me, match point. This catch is going to be huge if Arctis can find it, but he cannot.
Budi lagi gacor nih, Budi.
One away from taking their map. It is a pick that goes in their favor. The Owl Drone's there too. Scout outs. The closer holes by Pandemonium with a Nightfall. Trying to keep them at bay. Berserk's burning Kagura after spell. Berserk's! How does he find the love? He was tepid, he was smart, but he still finds the target. Berserk's
go next
such a calm hand. Anti-Slasher, it's the same. Berserk's with the 3K. And boom, Esports, a clinical second half to take this first map.
Itu senang.
Wow. What a clean.
Mulai ayo. Tidaknya enggak T-back.
Turret, go for the defuse.
Selama tidak T-back ya udah enggak apa-apa.
They had 8 seconds. They had 8 seconds.
Next map cepat juga.
But wow, they just felled Pandemonium at every corner that they could find. Whether it was, again, a successful entryway of Pandemonium onto the site, they still can't take it away.
By the way guys, itu ya yang belum tahu di Red Bull itu yang nonton, gue nggak tahu di YouTube ada apa nggak ya drop-dropannya ya. Di Twitch tadi ada sih, gue nonton di Twitch kan Red Bull itu, gue tinggal tidur soalnya tadi. Ada itunya, ada rewardnya, ada player card sama spray clutch namanya. Apa? Memberikan informasi saja ya. Udah berapa ribu kayak grindingnya? Tadi berapa ya terakhir? 122 deh kayaknya tadi terakhir deh. Sebelum gua selesai stream. Bang, skornya berapa ya? Tuh, lihat tuh. Ada tulisannya tuh, match result. ESL Asia ya, Min? Apa ini kalau yang nonton ini? Iya, kalau Red Bull kan beda lagi. Red Bull sendiri itu. Red Bull Japan apa Red Bull doang? Oh, di Twitch yang buat claim reward. Halo Hehan, welcome to the stream. Jangan lupa di like. Nanti lanjut itu nggak ya? Lanjut grinding nggak ya? Ngantuk sih gue masih sebenarnya. Ini tuh qualifier buat VCT apakah? Enggak. Beda lagi, itu udah selesai. Itu challenges Ascension itu. Ini buat pertandingan yang di Thailand, beda lagi. Ini bukan pertandingan itu kok, bukan yang kayak official dari Valorant-nya, beda lagi. Yang official dari Valorant itu pasti ada tulisannya VCT-nya gitu. Ada VCT tulisannya gitu. Ini udahan ke pertandingannya? Belum, baru match 1 selesai. Bakalan grand final kabum. Sulit sih, gua lihat. Bisa, tapi berat. Soalnya mereka bahkan sudah di lower kan sekarang. Melakukan kesalahan dikit aja mereka basically pulang gitu. Abis ini bahkan mereka kalau nggak salah ketemu sama TOB lagi nih. Trying our best. Bleed versi saset. Makan Min, monggo. Break dulu guys, 5 menit. Oke. Bentar. Tanggal berapa sih udah? Tanggal 3 ya? Oke. Ada waktu, oke. Ada yang mau gua buat soalnya. Makanya gua mikirin tanggal. Gue kalau bisa ngomong sama manajemennya Boom ya, gue cuma mau ngomong satu sih sebenarnya. Ganti logo. Redesign logo bang. Bayangin aja, tarik aja nggak bilangnya Ini kayak apa logo-logo TV Sport yang harganya cuma $5 aja. Emang itu sih apa model logo-logo zaman dulu banget sih. E-sport zaman dulu kan gini semua hitungannya ya. Kalau sekarang kan kayak lebih kayak apa ya, lebih simpel sih. Tapi lebih gampang dipakai di berbagai macam hal. Bener lagi. Ini udah isu mereka sejak Champions kemarin sih. Yang apa Boom Esports masuk Champions kemarin kan itu kan. Gua liatin streamnya Tarik kan. Ya itu Tariknya bilang ini logo murah anjir. Sorry menyori nih. Itu Tarik yang ngomong ya. Makanya gue menyampaikan aja. Siapa tahu tidak kelihatan klipnya. Jika ada meme belum e-sport. Jika ada meme boom e-sport di sini, tolong. Saya hanya menyarankan saja, mungkin logonya bisa di redesign. Jadi lebih simpel. Misalnya tuh kayak apa ya, kayak RRQ tuh. Kalau kalian lihat kan RRQ zaman dulu juga kagak kayak gitu logonya. Dia baru ganti kan belakangan ini yang lebih simple kayak gitu. Pada akhirnya harusnya ke sana anyway sih jalan logonya. Baru play. Ini map kedua nih habis ini. Ini mapnya Pundamonium nih, Breeze. Gua nggak perlu jawab lagi lah ya, Damonsa. Gua sekarang kagak bakal jawabin Bang telat nggak? Udah lah ya, tidak perlu saya jawab lah ya, yang gini-gini lah ya. Halo Miarin, welcome to the stream. Jangan lupa di like. Nah, mereka udah agent belum agent pick. Aneh Breeze di pick tapi Sunset di ban mulu. Ya mungkin mereka lagi tidak mau main Sunset. Mungkin kartu as mungkin. Antara mereka cacat Sunsetnya atau emang kartu as aja gitu, kagak dipakai dulu. Biar kagak ketahuan stratnya. Bisa ada dua kemungkinan kayak gitu sih. Walaupun harusnya sih tidak disimpan lagi stratnya ya kalau udah lower bracket ya. Jadi mungkin emang antara kagak bisa main sih mungkin ya. Belum nemu stratnya. Yang gini-gini juga saya tidak peduli ya. Dengan meme sudah basi ini ya. Bukan meme sih, jokes kayak gini ya. Udah like dua kali gini udah. Saya tidak perlu baca lagi juga ya. Pokoknya yang ngomongnya telat, sudah like 2 kali, itu hilang dari radar gua deh habis ini. Auto hilang. Ini harusnya udah upper lower, udah ada upper lowernya. Ini kan lower bracket nih, Boom Esports sama Pundamonium ini.
Look at what Arctis is hovering over.
Ooh.
Oh, Chiro?
Also
Predator
doing
sampai lagi kan? Nggak tahu deh. Kapan sih Predator? Predator League kapan sih? Yang pasti yang Red Bull Homegrown gue udah pasti kagak nonton deh.
really good
Full
agents that
homegrown.
you can
Maksudnya
utilize
kagak gua
on
WP-in.
Breeze as well as actually
Walaupun
buying.
gua nonton, gua kagak WP.
And no.
Soalnya gua lagi mau ngerjain yang lain juga.
Harbor. Okay, Harbor is still fun. I would say that. And no, we're gonna have both Harbors. Okay.
Suddenly disappointment for Asteroid, but the double controller has proven to be such a pesky thing to deal with. While trying our best, did still win that map against Naos. We did see how effective when it was the Viper and the Harbor together, setting up that double wall, making those kind of options. On the opposite end, Pandemonium, the plan might be a little bit different. The Omen's already locked in. The
Kalau sama
Harbor
siapa?
gives
Kemarin
you
sama siapa
more,
ya?
I'd say
Fancy deh kayaknya. Seingat gua Fancy kayaknya.
kind of utility, right?
Fancy
You're
United.
able to be, or active rather. Where you're the ones defining how this wall can come out from. You don't need to just set it up and then it'll be static. You can get
Naos aja pulang anjir. Tim yang gua bilang super tim Filipin. Untuk tier 2 aja pulang anjir
no
tadi.
more Gecko shenanigans this time around.
Dipulangin sama TOB.
Very excited to see if they can handle Boom Esports though, because that's the KO still on the other side. Suppress value has been key for them.
Oh, truly. At least one of the biggest things that I do like here is that we have, or for Pandemonium, is we have Spyco back on the Omen. Again, as I mentioned on Ascent, I think that was really sorely missed. He just knows how to utilize that that Omen by himself, and the kind of controller slash duelist hybrid style that Omen brings, I think just fits what Spyco tries to do with his team. When he's on a more passive controller, it feels a lot more difficult because he can't really play those more aggressive angles. He really can't kind of mix up
Predator League ini masih ini ya, masih tanggal 20 Oktober ya mulainya ya, yang Indonesia ya.
But here on Breeze,
nanti gua lihat
it's
dulu
a
ya.
lot more doable. And I do like that they have called RC to
Tadi
be
ngecek tanggal dulu.
On that Harbor, both teams being on the Harbor, because as you mentioned, it just feels much easier when you have the high tide to cut off certain rotations, certain positions in such a big map,
ya itu ya,
open big
pertandingannya ya.
map like Breeze.
I agree with you, Asterai. Spyco is one of the key players here for Pandemonium, and he should be given a chance to fight.
Map 2, let's go.
Swapping out that overlay very soon, guys. So
Mau pindah BTR bareng sama NC Slicer kok itu.
Pandemonium
Masuk
on
Boom
the
lagi.
attack. We have Boom Esports on the defense, and here we go yet again as Breeze as our breaking point. I even read it out loud. Can Pandemonium get the job done and force a decider? They're looking to play towards B. The Poison Cloud though gonna be in the way. Trailblazers there. You got Kagura trying to get in there. But no, the Snake Bite keeps them at bay. And for now, Pandemonium have to wait.
Yeah, they're about to explode though. Smoke's already there. Kagura's setting up. Beautiful use on that paranoia. NC Slasher backs away, still flash. They're gonna try to overwhelm him. Berserk's here also onto the corner. We've already got
Okay.
but look at the damage these two still
Nice trap.
are able to push through. Shiro also taken down. It's one to remain. Spyco. It's a game of cat and mouse. Hide and seek.
Masuk crosshair.
Famous as he comes in for the pinch. One in the front, one in the back. Spyco's not going to be able to know about that.
Yeah, it was a game of cat and mouse, but you forgot to mention there were two
Naos sama
cats
TOB apanya?
and only one mouse.
Meow.
Meow indeed.
Tadi mau udah selesai pertandingan pertama itu Naos sama TOB.
Cats meow there. He got 3
Naos pulang
in that round.
udah
It
Naos.
was such a strong position for him to find picks all around the site. And you can really see here for Boom Esports, he's been one of the strongest pickups they've had in recent history. He's immediately found impact on this roster. Honestly, I'd say the same case for Moria, as he's proving himself in the Clash of Nations. But overall, Boom still looking as sharp as ever to their standard. You got Famous though, playing onto Ness.
Salah kali tadi, salah doang paling.
Towards Kagura, who strays away back into the elbow, into the tunnels. And NC Slasher gets the intel yet again, so Boom, they know that their default setup.
Makanya gue juga kaget aja, gue kagak lihat kan tadi ya.
They're not getting a lot of
tiba-tiba
contact
Naos
now
makanya.
as the rest
Makanya gue juga
of
bingung.
Pandemonium try to back away. They did leave Spyco once again to play for that lurk. We haven't really seen him do that in the previous map. So they're trying to mix things up a whole lot more here. Berserks. Oh, this is the problem when you don't have a KO on the opposing team, or you're not really afraid of yourself getting suppressed, so you can just hold that molly of yours and basically cut off the push altogether. You're gonna have to respect that. Can't really push through. Okay, he's doing damage to the smoke here. Berserks has to respect to a certain degree.
Berserks, he's just tapping. And the Cove's there too. So Boom Esports They built a wall of water effectively, and Pandemonium will have to try and swim against the tide. The Pain Shells, though, thrown over onto default. Here comes the pop flash. Berserks wants to go for the spin, but Famous is standing right behind him. You can see the barrel peeking on that. Famous getting 2 already. Ventura nets 1 of his own, but Famous with a 3. And the dream is dashed for Pandemonium already. Spike of standing. NC Slasher confirms it. Boom Esports gets a second on the anti-eco.
Yeah, Famous again just cleaning up house with that Marshall of his, picking up that 4K already. And again, the problem ensues here for Pandemonium. They can't really play that slow because of the oncoming KO Blade that can just stop them dead in their tracks. They can maybe set up, yeah, okay, the wall, a smoke, but Kagura's not going to be able to double satchel in. His teammate, Beloved, not going to be able to flash him into the side if he's also tagged by that blade. So there has to be a fine line that they walk, that they try to be aggressive, but also not get stopped by, again, halted by Boom here, especially...
The
flash comes on now. It's Shiro also with the cascade, so Boom Esports on their bonus. A more aggressive approach here towards this A site. They're keeping the contest going, just making sure Kagura and Spyco can actually get in there. And this does force Pandemonium to wait for a bit of time, set up the smoke towards mid instead. Try to see where else they can go. The flash, though, didn't even get the ping in time. I do believe, though, that Pandemonium saw that Sky Flash coming their way. Berserks, okay, he has the echo.
Look at how far they've been just playing for such a long time here. Are they just gonna bend time and or others?
Kemarin Nomin Puyinya udah bilang kagak bisa nonton.
This is perfect though. They again, the blade's not gonna be on for like 30 seconds. So now they can try to do this.
They might have to deal with the high tide very soon.
Makanya emang jarang.
Here comes the high tide 1, high tide 2.
Berserk dapat.
Berserks. It's just brilliance from him.
Posisinya kayak gua pas di ranked lagi tuh matinya.
Berserk still holding, Berserk still killing. Berserk can't get another one. It's 3v3. Spyco though giving the advantage back here to Pandemonium. But from afar, NC Slasher packing quite a punch.
10 seconds
dangerous though for Pandemonium. They get the spike down in time, but Ventura and Spyco, they're stuck here. We're onto the default. Ventura, he's flashing his head, and Slasher is just wise to those antics. Everything left to Spyco now. 17 HP, and NC Slasher, he does it yet again.
Call
the police.
Import Korea,
bro. Murder is upon us. And it's 3-0 now. Esports have gotten this one.
And the hunters become the hunted in that situation. Could have been a possibility there for Pandemonium, but again, just such a clear response for Boom. You smoke right in front of me. You try to hide inside that. I still have my flash.
We lagging. Take pause.
The separation there between Spyco
Boom Esports lagging katanya. Take pause dulu.
That's Mio din ngechat tadi tuh, kelihatan chatnya aja. Maybe isolate some fights here, but it didn't work out. Again, Boom Esports just so well versed in those type of situations. Becomes a big problem right now for Pandemonium.
Take pause dulu, bang. Take pause dulu.
Technical pause, not tactical. We should be seeing the 1 minute timer countdown, but all things being considered, Boom's just again so on fire in this series.
That's why he's so great at explaining the difference between things.
Like koneksi ya guys ya ini kayaknya.
I was
analyzing the technical pause to the tactical pause.
Yeah, I was mildly amused by the way he described it. You know, things need to pop up, something needs to turn gray, and okay.
Malam Andrew.
Okay. Anyway,
so sekarang belum pasti
we're seeing for them so far that they just have so many reliable anchors that have gotten so much more value than expected. On one side, you have the sharp shots of Berserks. On the other, you have NC Slasher with the most brilliant flashes and
to
work with. And it's become a problem for Pandemonium just
sebenarnya
because
bisa kebaca itunya
into those postman scenarios,
transparan, cuman kayak malas aja gitu gua deketin mata gua ke monitor aja.
It's something you mentioned a while ago. Boom, they're willing to play that distance.
Malam kayak sendiri aja nih, kayak nggak normal tuh gue sendiri. Padahal gue biasanya juga sendiri anyway.
Herculean effort here for Pandemonium to go through this. The blade again, just so well timed. Berserk's his instinct, or at least his reaction time to this, has been so far on point.
Kasketnya bakal kagak sempat di stop aja itu. Nah itu duluan, suppress.
Not gonna find him. Berserk and Kai.
Aduh, lo kalau kena suppress kagak bisa nge-stop, seingat gue ya.
Oh, he's getting closer. That smoke's about, or rather, that wall's gonna go down. Is he gonna try to do something here? Double satchel and the nade.
Pressnya ditanam dulu aja.
Closer. Can he actually find something right now?
Yeah, Seekers searching for a target. One of them basically stuck in the middle, but Kagura, you mentioned it. He's here, he's down, he's gone.
Ayo, kemana lu?
And Boom is looking for more. They found their victims in front of them here by mid. The Sheriff of Belob's the only one who draws blood, as the rest of Boom will be there to collect. 4-0 now.
Meyakinkan. Anjir, tackle belum. Tackle sama Famous belum mati sama sekali, anjir.
8-0 for NC Slasher, that's right. 7-0 for Famous. Neither have died yet in this game.
Is it also safe to say that we haven't really seen that much mid
8-0,
presence for Pandemonium? I think he tried it once, and then after just failing or being flushed back, they kind of go back. They just forfeit it, and this is kind of interesting to say at the least, because this is a map where probably it could have been something, but maybe it's inexperience, again, being one of those newer teams or what, but it hasn't been working for them.
Berserk nantang duel mulu aja. Oh, tidak expect dong. Tidak expect.
The anti-flash, Kagura had the angle. Berserk again and again and again. It's Berserks with the barrage. Fancy Slasher with 0-2. The final cast members to end the round. Boom Esports. It's just them again with another convincing win. That's why I kind of want to pause this right now. I'm concerned for Pandemonium once we see them repeat a map in the run here in this tournament. They changed up the composition so drastically. They used to play the Gecko, now they're playing this Harbor, right? We saw this also in Split when they ran a stage suddenly. I don't think it's the wisest thing because they
kalau agent baru bisa langsung dipakai kalau lagi turnamen atau harus didila dulu. Maksudnya agent baru. Kalau turnamen itu biasanya mereka tergantung patch-nya. Kayak ini, kayak turnamen yang ini mereka udah bilang patch-nya bakalan memainkan 7.07. Jadi patch baru pun tidak akan dipakai. Oh my god, flash-nya kagak kena. Tidak ada yang terang sama sekali kepalanya. Akhirnya Berserk disuruh perang lagi. Duel mulu. Oh my god, Moody so good lah.
Yeah, it is just smashing.
That shot so good.
Boom Esports.
Oh my god.
They're still here playing the long game. It's just the
adaptability
of an older style of player and praise
ada gila-gila ya tapi
though it doesn't lead to anything but his own demise and the reckoning instead utilized with Pandemonium a bit too gung-ho perhaps here from
Ingat Boom menang lawan Optic di map ini ya nggak bisa ngomong sih kan beda roster ya itu ya
and he's gotten to trying to get on top of the boxes but it's Artsy instead hold top
udah beda berapa tuh rosternya anjir cuman Berserk sama Famous doang itu jaman-jaman bersih itu aja.
Adjustment from Pandemonium, not letting go that mistake from Shiro.
Hello, Ibut, welcome to the stream. Yeah, but
they immediately pressed for it. They were looking for an opening.
Gini dong. Nggak 0-0 amat gitu mati.
Perfect right now for Pandemonium. They
1-1,
sorely needed a round already, or else it would have just been again a spiral here for the team. What's also good about this stack is as that round settles, they have themselves big ultimates to work with. They got themselves lockdown, showstopper, and everything. Kagura, oh, that's not the team making fall down. No more heals for the man.
Kayaknya kena body,
he's 1 HP and a dream here.
Blocking.
And he's still gonna try to do
berkurang.
Well, he was given a second chance of life. Asarai might as well make it count. And Kagura's getting in there with the rest of the roster. Moria though, just able to have it on back. Moria is a snake in the sand.
Orangnya licik banget anjir.
And it's Boom, just going for
the
isolation.
Menangin Bigetron kemarin pas di split lombum aja. Kelicikan orang ini.
Shadows was heard, but Moria doesn't exactly seem as of yet. He's marking the first initial contact point. He's flicking on the way, but Moria back in position and back on target. 6-1 now.
Ouch. Imagine if Kagura actually had full HP, that would have been, I think,
Kalau Phoenix
much
gimana ya
easier
nadanya?
push for
Quadra
them.
gitu ya.
Might have been able to react, or
Gak
he would have
setinggi itu deh
been a
kayaknya.
lot more convinced to use his showstopper. Speaking of the race player for
Morea,
Pandemonium,
tapi Budi disebutnya Budi
Agro's
tetap.
been struggling to
Ya mau
find
namanya
these
jadi Morea
contacts.
pun tetap
Famous
Budi
was
aja.
just too damn
Bisa,
good
Cok.
on those initial bits.
Apa yang manggil dia
Berserks
Morea
as well.
paling orang-orang
Not
baru
as
yang
famous
nonton
here,
aja.
But that A site,
Orang-orang lama
he's
yang
been
ngikutin
locking
e-sport
it
lama
down
udah.
ever since. Smoke's gonna be
Manggilnya
prepped here on
Budi
B
aja,
main.
lebih enak.
Lots of footsteps heard right now by Boom. And Pandemonium, not really gonna be a team that wants to push through there. Although, look at the curve of the wall here. They're gonna start pushing in on tunnel right now.
Here we go again. Kagra though looking for the clear, and NC Slasher is
Semuanya
in the flight
ada di
back.
Budi.
Moria though still here, ready to
Semua
hold,
harapan
ready
ada
to
di Budi.
fight. And this
Budi!
time it will be Ventura sticking the gun barrel to his face.
Sayangnya langsung
Pandemonium get
di
up
depan
close and
muka ya, kalau
personal.
kayak gitu juga
And
pusing
with
gitu.
the CQC going in their favor, this is their side to take. They're in cover though by the wall. They're a bit wary of the boom setup, and this is why Shiro on the board, Spiko with a trade. It's a 1v3 now, and since the operator can't peek the pillar angle, Famous has a lot of work to do.
He's trying to get close as soon as he can, and then the wall just put up right in his face. Is he? Okay, no. Yeah, decides to go for the rifle here. Goes high above, trying to mark him, forces him down.
Tuh kalau kena udah itu.
And there's not
Langsung
really a
clutch
lot
itu.
of
Bodo
positions
amat
and
clutch.
chance that he can really get until this wall drops down.
Oh!
Everybody's looking at him. What?
Oh my God, Famos got his comeback
This is
to the
why his
lane.
name is known.
Sudah selesai junglernya,
And
bro.
Boom again
Sudah selesai
off the
junglingnya.
back of the Star Duelist.
Backupnya udah jadi,
They
Famosnya
get the
keluar.
clutch, they get the
Lebih.
round, and they get
Keluar
it
jadi Famous
all.
God dia.
Give this guy a star
Udah.
on the Walk of Fame already.
We need
How many
Famous POP.
moments in his career
Kita butuh lihat
has he done
POP-nya
this for
Famous.
Boom?
Tolong replay. Berikan kami replay. Gimana dia bisa nembak kayak gitu dapat dua?
Supposed to be
Weh,
unlosable there for
apa yang dia
Pandemonium.
lakukan?
And then,
Ini so crack lah.
what? Okay, just take a breath. Oh my
Kok
god.
bisa
that
gitu, anjir?
was
Aku nembak gak gitu.
Incredible from Famous.
Ya menurut lo aja, gue bukan pro player ya.
With that, Pandemonium still stuck to one. Round starts now.
Dapat lagi nih.
Pandemonium starts to create some tempo
Bang,
on
sabar
mid.
dikit, Bang.
Boom.
Sabar
Until he
dikit.
gets that
Budi
information.
lihat,
Moria
anjir.
spots the peek out from Ventura here, knowing that he is going to be nursing on that Marshall. Weaker weapons for everybody here.
Damn.
For Pandemonium, does get a pick on mid. Berserk's spotted, but Spiko still loses his life. Mid play is the best thing that Pandemonium can do as of this moment. But they can't really push much further now that Boom has realized
Mungkin lu harus
Boom.
research lebih dalam dulu.
Here's
Itu
another one though for Pandemonium, beloved.
Belit sudah masuk franchise.
The
Natsia
rampaging team, and that is famous.
udah jadi talent
From this
hitungannya.
point on, Pandemonium.
Jadi
stuck in the
ya,
middle, they pick up a
you know what I
Vandal.
mean.
And this close contact does not work out for Beloved whatsoever. The double swing gets the catch on. Moria giving chase. Boom should know that this is coming. And it's such a big problem that Spike left behind. They were trying to see if they can go for the pivot. Instead, it will be Ventura to a sandy grave. 8-1. Somehow the tree blooms in the sands. And it will just be Boom again, just dominating this half here.
My goodness. Again, there was just nothing that Pandemonium I think can do there unless they can bully out Boom from mid. But there was so many angles that they had to try to deal with.
Yuk, meyakinkan yuk.
Do you have the double controller though? So I
Nih
was kind of
sejak
wondering why they didn't smoke
tidak tibek-tibek nih.
Nest to stop Famous
Emang
from
seharusnya dari awal
peeking. I
tidak
think they only
tibek-tibek.
smoked somewhere on the cross on mid, and they stayed too long. It dissipated, and then no one re-smoked the angle. Now Beloved's is going to be pushing with the dog here. And it's probably just going to be a fast fall onto B here. Just again, all hell let break loose if they can try to push through this snake bite and smoke and all.
Boom what's there, flash, and a clash. And it doesn't let Pandemonium in until they decide to send Kagura with the blast backs over. Moria though saw that barrel. No, this is gonna be very, very close. And he is willing to do this tango. Dancing, spinning, and going for the kills. Anti-Slasher is there to collect that damage.
Ini bagus sekali mainnya, saya suka nih orang-orang. Mantap kali.
One led by
Tidak investasi bodoh lah.
This is just their choreography, Asrai. We are just watching
Gilbum
Pandemonium.
siapa? Seingat gue harusnya si itu ya, si
So
Do ya,
good
si
at
Ro.
that positioning game. He already figures out that they can't push through the smoke. If they try to do so, he has that backline defense or backline assistance from his teammate, and then he can play around the other ones, pop shotting him on I don't know how to call it, on that big long log on the corner, on the back of the B site. He just plays around with the position. He's good. Speaking of crazy good, famous, his operator, stellar.
Tembakan kayak gitu suka tuh.
Famous is his name, and every single game, his aim is his fame. It just continues on here for Boom Esports, and this is where you can see that Kagura
langsung diganti lagi itu ya.
towards the cove.
POV-nya aja.
Wait towards his B side, so
masih survive si Zero ya.
1 second.
Ya ampun, mau di run game pakai Vandal ada gila-gilanya lu tapi Budi kalau gitu. Untung lu. Untung rekan lu nih jago aja. Dibersihin. Walaupun ngedoknya udah boleh dipertanyakan juga di situ ya.
The open with the Trailblazer might not be the right call. The smoke is out. The problem
Anjingnya
here
depan pintu anjir.
for this Omen is a spike. Is on site already, Asrai. He has them from the shadows to try and get it. But look at what Boom's doing. They're prepared to just get in the way, go for that contact point, and kill the ultimate as soon as possible. They're waiting to see also if this will be a swing in from Spyco.
You need 3 players
30
to
seconds left.
block that spike
Kaget dong.
Oh, the swing jiggle. He's gonna have to run for A site. He sees the trajectory of the wall though, so he should know that the harbor is probably going to be somewhere on mid, but there's not enough time for him to go to A, pick up the spike, and plant it and try to do something there. So he's going to have to play tricky here. Confidence even if he can. Spyco's been good with those, and he's already able to take down Famous. Step in the right direction. 5 seconds. That's all he needs.
Ada waktu setidaknya.
Kobe's been spotted.
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't have time.
Yeah, he got incredible picks. And big props to Spyco for the 4K in this round. Outclassing Boom in the duels. But Boom knew that round was theirs. The Cove was there for Shiro to stay inside to win the round by default. He had, of course, the challenges from the 2 players earlier on to stall for that time. And the damage was already done too early on. And it's been the case so far for Boom. Whether or not Pandemonium get in, it's Boom who prevents a proper post plan from happening for Pandemonium through their efforts early on and just even preventing the take to happen.
Too many layers here for them to peel away. That's the flash that Boom was trying to set up for Shiro a couple of rounds ago. This time, it gets the value. Berserks.
Tinggal bersih-bersih dulu kali ya.
Trying to clean up house. Ventura.
Anjay, bisa gitu Anjay.
Maybe 1 versus 3. Lockdown available. That turret's gonna spot out the lurk from Moria. He can maybe try to push Moria here, but he's unaware
Flashnya
of how
bagus
many
coy.
players are actually either in front of him or in the back.
Wih, ketahuan udah.
Trailblazer's broken. Famous wants to get
Flash
in
pakai
there.
Sky.
Boom.
Knife. Wah, udah.
Finest point. The flash. It worked this time.
Flashnya bagus-bagus aja. Mantap lah.
11-1. Another commanding round for Boom Esports. And you can see Asrai, as of right now, the score says it all. It's just the experience of Boom Esports giving them such a clear advantage. They're so effective at
2-0
playing
cepat
off
aja.
against one
Yeay,
another on
live-nya
their
cepet yeay.
individual sites.
1 jam 20 menitnya jadi 1 jam 30 menit lah paling gini lah ya. Apa closing lah ya. Closing cepat lah ya. Masa enggak?
Site. And when you go and get stuffed, who gets tougher? NC Slasher as well as
Beda yang
Famous.
belum like dulu ya guys ya. Welcome to the watch party by the way.
And they're just
Di
making
100-in dulu
that
yuk.
case to go longer
Let's go.
into their lower bracket run.
11-1 ya, meyakinkan. First half
I thought
meyakinkan.
that we were only going to be seeing one dominant
Pengalaman berbicara,
series
ya.
this lower bracket run.
Bagi tim yang
Always gonna be trying
sebenarnya
their best.
menang banyak sebenarnya tapi tidak
Boom,
berhasil
they're
saat
making a damn
di
good case of being able to do that as well
saat-saat
here
yang
against
krusial.
Pandemonium. Spyco's by
Kayak
himself.
Ascension.
Blade
Yo.
gonna stop him from
Untung
using.
itu seram sih.
Well,
Udah kena
his
vulnerable tadi itu.
paranoia.
Hampir ay. Untung kagak kena
He almost
tembakannya.
was able to make some damage with the classic, but not going to be enough this time.
Yeah, Famous basically has plot armor. Just survives the shot to the face. Of course, the damage, the mat checks out anyway, but still, some surviving now to bring an extra gun. You got the cascade being thrown on over to try and block off the walls. And as Beloved looks to clear out the corners.
Main jalan aja tuh.
Again, the timing from NC
Iya,
Slasher and
dibersihin
Famous are
dulu
enough
sama
to hold
Famous.
things down.
Ini
Moria
mainnya
knows
lonong.
exactly where Kagura's coming from.
Quadra
We got
kill
Famous
buat
instead, who
Famous.
gets the
Easy
4K
quadra
for
kill.
himself. and this is its series point for Boom
Tadi dikasih
Esports.
super buy ya sih itu ya Famousnya ya.
Are we gonna have ourselves another
Jadi Famousnya beli Odin enggak
13 to 1
bercanda
here?
tuh dia.
Is it going to be possible for Boom? The force buy already set up by Pandemonium. At the 11th hour, can they prolong this fight? It feels like more of suffering at this point for Pandemonium. Just
Gecko kayaknya gak laku ya di kompetisi gini.
value that they're looking for.
Gak banyak
Spyco's
sih
the
emang.
only one that's been able to hit the double digits in terms of the kills, but his impact really hasn't been felt here. It was a lot better from that previous
Ketahuan
map,
dong,
but
ketahuan dong.
it's still different here.
Iya,
He gets
astaga.
off by his own
Dia
teammate.
ampun dia orang masih pakai Ares dan dia dapat lagi. Ares meresahkan ini.
Already.
Anjay.
Satu
Satu lagi.
It gets worse when Famous rampaging.
Tuh yang
as
gitu-gitu
per
guys, makanya gue
usual.
udah bilang kan, gue kalau main sama orang muda gue udah kagak kuat
It's a
ngelawanin
monster unleashed.
M-nya kayak gitu
And
aja.
a 4v2. It looks to be the
Tua-tua ini
beginning
kan
of the end of
mainnya
Pandemonium. It was a
otak udah.
great run for such a new team. Ventura,
I spotted him.
his adventure might be over soon. And you said it already, Asarai.
It's over.
Spotted out,
GG.
boom,
Bahkan mereka
trading
masih
guns. Who wants the last kill? You.
masih
Hero's
ganti-ganti
gonna go for
senjata
it.
anjir,
The
sesuka
first
hatinya
one on
aja.
the board,
Lu aja
the
maju, lu
first
aja maju, lu aja
one
maju.
to look for a target. Famous though with the spray down behind the wall. Ventura crosses.
GG lah,
And
bos.
boom,
Bahkan
Esports
kagak sampai
cross
1 jam 30
away
menit
on
streamnya
Pandemonium,
anjay.
eliminating
Selesai
their
duluan.
opponent. It's a rematch between
Berarti
Boom and trying your
masih
best
main ya
away
Boom Esports ya?
on the next
Tidak
day.
pulang ya? Belum
It's
pulang.
going to be a GG right then and there. And again, Boom shows
Yang
to
pulang
us why they are the
Pundamonium.
Indonesian class caliber team. Absolutely masterclass of being able to
Harusnya
beat
sih
down
besok
an
berarti Boom
opponent
main
in that
lagi
particular fashion.
di game
Micro
kedua
engagements
lagi,
were
guys.
just
Jadi dia
so well
lagi
done
kayak sekarang.
by Boom here. And if they lose one
Awalnya
certain
apa?
portion
Upper
of the
bracket
map,
dulu
they
besok,
immediately
terus
retake the other portion, and
lanjut
they're just able
lower bracket besok.
to punish what Pandemonium was trying
apakah
to do
grand
every
final?
single turn. Pandemonium just could not find that value, and the only one round that Pandemonium got here was the
Tapi yang
round
grand finalnya kalau Boom lewat
they
lower
were just
bracket
able
main
to
2 kali mereka berarti
punish
di grand final aja.
the mishap
Di hari grand
that happened
finalnya.
on A-main. I was trying to remember, wait, did they win with Kagura having a double?
Gue masih 21 tahun, gue
double
kocak kayak
satchel on out of
ya
time
harusnya
with
Anda
the,
masih
showstopper.
bisa
No, that was when
itu ya,
Famous
masih bisa
went ham on that straight
memanfaatkan
transfer.
umur Anda yang masih
So,
muda.
there you have it.
Yeah, just a different
Bisa
level of
lebih
play
niat
here
dikit.
from Boom Esports. And there's nothing
Di sini
really
ada
much
lagi
to
nggak
be
ada,
said
sudah
about that.
habis.
Beyond that,
Untuk hari ini
it's been
sudah
tried, it's
habis
been
ya, guys,
tested,
ya.
and it's been Boom. It's your standard fanfare you get for Boom Esports, your usual utility agent. You have NC Slasher on
Sebelum keluar boleh kali di like dulu ya guys ya. Biar ibuku bangga. Waduh, bawa-bawa ibu sekarang. Bercanda ya. Anjir, cepat juga ya streamnya ya. Terima kasih Boom. 13-1. Ya pantesan. Tadi 13-4 kalau nggak salah ya map pertama ya. 13-4, 13-1. Ya udahlah. Mau apa coba? Gila, Famous ACS-nya 400 cuk. 400 2 3. Terah dia lah udahlah ya. Kan 13-7 ya? Sorry 13-7 ternyata. Gua salah baca berarti tadi. Maklum, orang baru bangun kan. Itu aja masih ngantuk gua. Aduh, Grand ISO nggak ya? Gua masih ngantuk tapi ya. Apa besok pagi lagi? Tapi kalau pagi gue kok tapi bakal pagi anyway sih. Gue bakalan live-nya ya besok ya. Soalnya kan pertandingannya malam kayak hari ini juga nih jadwal gue besok paling. Soalnya game kedua kan, takutnya kalau game kedua takutnya kemalaman biasanya ada chance jadi kemalaman kagak bisa main malah. Jadi paling besok gue grinding ISO lagi pagi ke siang ya guys ya. Kayak hari ini. Gak bisa by schedule aja, by apa sih schedule bahasa Indonesia, lupa gue lagi. Kagak bisa mikir, lagi tolol baru bangun. Udah guys, thank you ya guys ya yang udah nonton ya guys ya. Congratulations for Boom Esports masih bertahan di turnamen ini. Besok kita nonton lagi di game kedua. Harusnya sih jamnya sama kayak sekarang. Kalau game pertama ya itu sih apa? Tapi kayaknya gamenya bakalan sengit sih upper bracket sih. Jadi bisa aja mulainya jam 6 atau 7 gitu. Yaudah guys, thank you ya guys ya. Bye-bye. Thank you udah nemenin Watch Party. Kita ketemu lagi besok. Entah Grand ISO atau Watch Party lagi. Bye-bye. Thank you. Jadwal maksud gua. Thank you.